I think Norman Jr. goes out faster than Stanionis.
Faster than 6 rounds?
Yeah, about 4 for him. Yep.
So tell me why.
He's too courageous.
He's too courageous.
Hmm.
Did he get a parachute on the way down? He just get a full drop. Just drop. Straight drop.
Suicide.
Damn.
Mm.
Because you got to think about it, right? He can't beat Boots on the outside trying to box. There's no win there. If he try to be patient and sit back, he gonna get picked apart. So he got to go with what he know, which is to be a bulldog, and that's what's gonna get you hurt bad. So either way, you lost.
Mm.
He not slick enough to get away from Boots, and he not smart enough to come forward and really put some pressure without getting hit with a shot. You know what I'm saying? It's a craft to putting pressure on guys, and he really ain't learned that part yet. He'll step to you, but it's not with any craft. Like you got to really learn that predator craft. You know what I mean? It's a way you could press a guy without getting hit or without getting hit with a big shot. You know what I'm saying? He don't really understand that. He ain't really mastered that. You know what I mean? He the type of guy, he get good at stuff and he think he got it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Right.
What you think about that, Soup?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not around him like that, so I don't know. But I'm saying, yeah, it looked to be a play like that.
Yes.
He picks up things easy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I like that fight. I'm surprised that you said that you're gonna get him out of there earlier. Damn.
Telling you.
Easy.
The dad know it, bro. The dad know it. That's why he don't want that fight.
Why do you feel that he doesn't want that fight?
Because
okay, you know what? But this means a lot too, though, right here. Because the dad might be the businessman. He might be the business side of things. He might feel like right now, time and everything is not the proper time, or his son, his son ability, it might not be the right time. Do you think this is more the dad's decision, or this is Brian Norman Jr.'s decision as well?
I think that
the fighter be like, man, let's go, man. I want to fight anybody. I'm a fighter.
Your man's is on right now, Senior.
I think it's the entire team's decision. I think it's the entire team decision simply because listen, we know we not ready. Like we know what level this kid is on. Why all right, all you gotta do is read in between the lines, right? Just think about it. Why you think every time his dad get on, he trying to point out flaws? If you already know if you know you see what you see and you know it to be true, then why not just take the fight? Why you keep trying to point out his flaws? But he doing that because he trying to make us look at him a certain way when really we already know the truth.
Right.
Mm.
I mean, y'all don't feel like he's no competitor. I mean, you don't think he's gonna be? I mean, he does. He put on. He tries to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Listen.
He's go ahead.
If we talking about just boxing, he's a tough kid, bro, and I give him credit for that. He's a rugged kid. I give him credit for that. He got a little bit of skill. Like he got some all right little things he do. But when you compare the two, there's no comparison. He's going to get drowned. You know what I'm saying? You know what it feel like to drown, suffocate?
I got Greg, I have Senior on here as well on the live. What you laughing at, Senior?
I'm laughing at all this bullshit Greg on his So listen. I got a 24-year-old fighter, right? That ain't been defeated, period. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can hear him, Greg?
Hold on, Greg. Hey, Greg, don't say that. Don't say we can't do that shit today. We can't do it today. We gotta make it clean. Make it.
Your signal is on. It's on. Senior signal.
He can't even trust his phone service. How we gonna trust him?
Oh my goodness gracious! Raymond Cleveland, thank you for the $2. Wow. Let me see if we can get Okay, he's trying to get back in. So you believe that Senior doesn't want this fight for his son? That's what you said, Greg, right? And you
Bro,
said that.
the other day he just said Stanionis was gonna win. He said that.
Mm-hmm.
Got rid of Stanionis. Got
Mm-hmm.
rid of him. Not just beat him, got rid of him.
Mm.
Made him quit. You gotta, y'all gotta slow down for me. Just slow down for me. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think about what it takes for a grown man who did a full camp to quit after 6. What kind of what is he feeling? What is he feeling in his body, mind, and soul that'll make him quit?
Punishment.
Would you put your son in there with something like that?
Damn.
Not the babies.
Not your baby, not your baby boy.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Cut it out.
Cut it out, he says. See, you better get some good signal.
Hey, listen, man. All I'm gonna say is this. You my guy on that, but that Brian Norman Jr. That's a tough guy, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen him go. He can go. I like him. Mills, though, I like him. But last night, Boost put on for everybody. Boost sent the kite out. He sent the kite out last night to everybody. Yo, listen. My name is Boots, and I ain't clean with nobody. Now, here's the kind. He threw like 1,000 contracts out. Whoever can catch it. Now, let's go. I ain't gonna lie, you put on wings, they gonna booty. But Brian Norman Jr. is a beast. I ain't gonna lie.
Kyron Davis says he goes and says the babies is crazy. not the babies.
Your baby. Think about it. Think about the Lion King. Remember the Lion King when he took the baby and he put him in the air, the monkey, they let him put him in the air. And then imagine, but hold up, Zab. Imagine you remember how the baboon held the baby above the cliff to show the nation. Now imagine if he would have dropped that baby. That's what that would be like. Just hanging your baby over a cliff and then letting him go. Imagine that.
We can hear you, Senior.
Oh, you got me on?
Yeah.
We got you on. All right, so check it out. Well, that's all together. I'm glad I just heard Greg saying what he was saying. He was talking about Stanionis. He was like, think about the 6, think about what he was feeling, think about what he was seeing that made him quit. He went through a whole 12-month camp, 12-week camp. My son's last opponent went through a 6-motherfucking-month camp and got stopped by a jab and said, fuck y'all. Okay? A jab. It said, fuck y'all. So it's the exact same situation when it comes to that. Now, my initial question was what I was asking when I came on was, he said, we don't want to fight. I don't believe my son this. I don't believe my son that. My son has not lost a fight in over 10 years. 10 years, I believe. That's amateur or pro. He has not lost a fight in over 10 years. But all of a sudden, I'm going to get to a point where I don't believe in my son and I don't believe he can do something. You feel what I'm saying? When I know for a fact that he can. When I see him put niggas out, I'm watching your mans hit a nigga in the face over and over and over and over again, and this nigga still standing for whatever reason. My son not hit niggas that many times. That don't happen. The uppercut my son broke a nigga nose with was 1 uppercut. Your man's dropped a nigga with 3 uppercuts, 4 uppercuts. Boom, 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 boom. No, nigga. 1, pop, y'all. You feel me? 1 hook, y'all. Boots don't do that. Why the fuck would I be afraid? I'm not saying he's not good. I told you he's good. That's why I was confused at the people saying it is such an easy fight. Well, no, I never said it was an easy fight. I said I know how to beat him, and I know exactly how to beat him. I know exactly. My son is not that small. I don't know how many times I got to tell people this. Boots ain't that big over my son at all. I've seen him spar numerous times. His arms are not that much longer than my son at all. So whereas in Stanionis had such a deficiency, he couldn't get to him. He was flat-footed, walking straight in with that bullshit. My son not coming like that. It's coming fucking boxing sense. It's only coming boxing sense for the people who want to actually listen, not for the fanboys who want to goddamn sit and jump on a nigga dick. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, either way it go, this was another reason why I said hurry up and put me on. Because you the one. You the one. They not sending us nothing. They ain't sending They overpaid Stanionis and they will not give us the money. They gave Stanionis more money than they gave us. Trust me, I know for a fact. We know Stanionis people. We got contact with Stanionis people. So this is 1,000% fact. They paid him more and they would not pay us. And then that was that one negotiation last year that the fight wasn't gonna happen anyway for different reasons. But bottom line, where we at now? We here. After the fight, we said we want to win. Where we at?
So seeing you saying that nobody ever shouted out to you guys and sent no contracts or anything on behalf of Team Boots?
Absolutely not. Not after that first time. No, absolutely not. They sent it to us. They sent us an offer that very first time. I called Bozy. I told Bozy what it was. I told Bozy I was going to accept it. Bozy was like, no. He didn't know nothing about this shit. We went over this shit a million times. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't know nothing about none of that shit. He told me, no, they didn't want to fight. We're going to say this undisputed. That's when Boots came out, did the interview. That's how the shit got. That's how this whole thing began. That's how this whole thing began, period. That's the one and only time they ever reached out to us about any of that. As of right now, you heard Eddie say he talking to Bob and they want to make the fight. I'm glad he said that because that made me think about what I could and could not say. That's true. That's absolutely true. They reached out to Bob before my son's last fight. We let him know he was interested. I was thinking earlier today when I was on here talking, and I said, damn, what can I not say? Eddie said, they did reach out. They didn't make no offers. They didn't make no nothing. They asked the same thing as they always say. Would you be interested? The answer is fuck yes. That was before my son's last fight. You feel me? So let's be clear. Your boy gonna get that work if he want that work. But after his fight, he didn't come with that energy. He came with the they don't want to fight. I gotta take a vacation. I gotta go chill with my family. I gotta go enjoy my belts. I gotta go and do this. I gotta go party. I'm gonna go chill out. Now, my boy came with the shit. I want to win. My boy came with that energy. I want to win. Fuck y'all talking about, nigga. Where my piece at? That's what my boy came with. What y'all niggas talking about? You feel what I'm saying? So all that you talking there is nothing. I can't, again, we're not in position, that this is a known fact, we're not in position to send no contracts right now. We're working on that. Again, we 3.5 years behind when it comes to stardom, fandom, all of that shit, but we 3.5 years ahead when it comes to accolades and where we at right now. You feel me? So we just in a fucked up position right now, but at the same time, if they want to sit in that way and get to work on this side, in Philly, Greg, in Philly, yeah, I'm coming. In Philly. But they know what it is. They know what the money is. Tell your boys, you hear me right here. Tell your boys, send that this way.
Yeah, Greg's here.
Send that this way.
Yeah, I'm just listening to the malarkey.
Tell them niggas to send that this way and see if I'm lying. Send that this way and let's see what happens. Send it. They're not sending it. Send it this way. You heard what they said. Eddie talking about Crawford again, knowing damn well he ain't gonna get that fight. Eddie talking about Gilsoft, which that's the business of boxing. If you gotta do that, it is what it is. That's what Eddie talking about. Who's talking about? He don't know what he wanna do. He know Barrios ain't gonna fight. He said he wanna go undisputed. Well, you got the only one that's gonna fight you right here. Right here. You think I'm playing? Send the